I left my wife alone for 3 weeks, and honestly, I wished she had just cheated. 3 weeks ago, I had to fly to Germany for work, and my wife, Lena, decided she didn't want to come. She said she'd stay home, water the plants, watch Netflix, have a relaxing little reset. I believed her because she's a grown adult, and I assumed adults can survive unsupervised for 21 days. Apparently, that was a wild assumption. Day 2, she decides to make sourdough bread from scratch using a YouTube tutorial and what she thought was yeast, but was actually Epsom salt. The result was a rock-solid bread brick, which she proudly named Crumbzilla. It was so dense it literally cracked our marble countertop when she dropped it, and instead of throwing it away, she displayed it on the kitchen island like some kind of prehistoric artifact. Then she randomly decides she's going vegan for clarity and orders 19 pounds of produce from a sketchy organic website. Half the vegetables arrived already moldy. The other half, she turned into juice. Only juice. No solid food for a week, just green liquid. By day 4, she was so dizzy, she put all our frozen meals into the laundry hamper because she thought it was the freezer. Those meals have now completely melted into something that smells like sadness. Eventually, she gave up on vegetables entirely and started surviving on Pop-Tarts and spoonfuls of peanut butter, which she described as nutritional balance. Meanwhile, she stopped wearing actual clothes and switched to living permanently in the same bathrobe. By week 2, the robe was roughly 70% fabric and 30% soup stains. Even our dog Max, a normally affectionate schnauzer, stopped sitting next to her and started watching her from a safe distance, like she might explode. I finally fly home last night after a 10-hour flight and open the door to a living room that smells like fermented ginger and poor decisions. Lena runs to hug me wearing the same robe, holding a jar of pickles in one hand and a half-knitted scarf in the other, because apparently she also took up knitting to calm her stomach. This morning I wake up and hear her whisper in her sleep. I think I'm turning into kombucha, followed by a small burp. The dog has moved his bed into the bathroom and refuses to make eye contact with either of us. I grabbed my keys and told her I was going out for coffee. The dog followed immediately. He needed fresh air. I needed psychological counseling. So now I'm sitting in a caf with a silent, traumatized schnauzer drinking espresso like it's holy water, while the barista asks if I want oat milk, and I just say no because apparently my life already comes with enough fermented liquids. And honestly, the only thought stuck in my head right now is that if Lena had cheated while I was gone, at least the house wouldn't smell like a failed science experiment. So yeah, if anyone asks how the trip went, the marriage is technically fine, the dog is recovering, but I'm still not entirely sure what I'm walking back into when I go home tonight.